I'm here with Neil from PowerPoint International, and I'd just like to have a bit of a chat to introduce PowerPoint. So PowerPoint make a world-class pilot plant. And so, Neil, if you could just tell us a little bit about how you got started with PowerPoint International.
I registered PowerPoint International in Japan in 2001, along with my then Japanese distributor.
Just tell us a little bit more about your market, what countries you're selling into. Give us an understanding of who your typical customer would be.
Our market is worldwide.
Okay.
Japan as a single country is our biggest market. It's got to be because that is where we're based.
Yes.
Our second largest country is Singapore. Because all international companies, food ingredients, beverages, pharmaceuticals, who are developing with heat exchangers, that is the market. The ingredient, beverages, pharmaceuticals, they're the ones that need heat exchangers to develop their products.
Yes.
So all international companies usually have a lab in Singapore.
Right.
Singapore is a big R&D centre. We've got the Americas, North America, a little bit in Mexico, a little bit in Brazil.
Okay.
So they're our main areas. In the last 2-3 years, we've had, I think, quite good growth within New Zealand.
Yes, we have, particularly well, and PowerPoint is a well-known brand here for R&D research and food.
So that's our main geographical area and target market.
You're also making a reasonably wide range of solutions for that laboratory market.
Our range has grown from, as I say, a plate heat exchanger, a tubular heat exchanger, into something that is combined of all those three, including DSI, with inline deaerators for the sweetened condensed milk.
Right.
So
okay.
It's not a standard product as such. We make heat exchangers, we make tubular heat exchangers, plate heat exchangers, we make direct steam injection, we make inline deaerators in that heat exchanger. So we do the lot that can be combined.
So what you're saying there is that using your strong technical background and experience these last 20 years, you really have the ability to customize a solution for that particular client. So that's great to hear. Thank you. In terms of your design and manufacture, if you could just tell us a little bit about that process.
If I can say, we listen to the customer. We can offer our wealth of knowledge to that customer. And it's never enough to have one face-to-face meeting, because you throw so many ideas at the customer, who then the customer has to go away and come back with more questions usually. And then eventually we get to the design stage, where we sit down and we design and make a flow sheet, P&ID, which we then send to the customer and gives the customer more idea. Then we will have another face-to-face meeting or video call, whatever. We will agree then the final specification. They will then send the order, and once we start, we start manufacturing. If we decide there's any or find any hiccups, we go from revision 1 to revision 2.
Yes.
Revision 1 is never enough. Some we get to revision 10 or revision 11, but at least we get that here in the factory.
Right.
And then we get to the fat test. Some customers insist on coming here to do the factory acceptance test. So some insist on sending long Excel files of I want this test, and I want this test, and I want the result, I want the result, which we do and then send to the customer. When they're happy, and not until the customer is happy, we send the machine out.
Right. Okay, that's fantastic. So really, it's a the design process is drawn out, and you're really listening to that customer to then deliver what they are really requiring.
You have to listen to that customer, Kevin, because that customer is your future.
Yes, absolutely.
I have a team of engineers. The number of people that we employ here at the factory and the subcontractors that we use the same subcontractors today that we used when we first set up our factory in Japan. So they have all of the knowledge and the expertise which has been passed on through the years.
What we are keen to do is to have a good talk about some of your main products, as you say, around maybe the scrape surface pilot plant, or some of the units that encompass both plates, tubes, and DSI. So yeah, we'll certainly do that. Looking forward to doing that and having another chat to you in the near future.